Hey guys, Electro Ninja here. Before this video begins, just know that this video is going to contain a lot of spoilers for Feast and a lot of spoilers from the comic. So if you haven't read the comic and watched Feast, then back away from this episode right now, because otherwise you're going to be in trouble. If you do want to watch the Feast along with me, then you can click up in the iCards where I have the link to the Feast episode. But anyways, guys, let's talk about this. So, what exactly happened in Feast? Well, quite simply, a lot of things. First off, the temple returned, and also Master Fu explained a bit more about the Miraculous boxes. So, yeah, that is an extremely important thing. But we should start with the comic, because of course, Marinette, like us, if you read the comic earlier, knows about the information from the comic before the information that we get in Feast. So, we are going to start off with what was going on in Silarus at the very beginning. So, at the very beginning of the comic, Master Fu is explaining to Marinette about how abstract creatures work, and basically how kwamis work, because of the fact that kwamis are abstract creatures in this universe. First of all, Master Fu explains how there's lots of things that we can see and hear, which we call tangible. Then lists off a few things. Then Master Fu goes and says these exact words. Then there are the things that only our mind can help us grasp. Things we call abstract, which Marinette responds, like ideas or emotions. And Tiki, of course, says, exactly. Basically, Master Fu then explains how abstract creatures work. And there's a lot in here. But one of the last lines that we get from this conversation is the idea of kwamis for kindness and nastiness, which Master Fu then responds with, no. While they are powerful emotions, no one is kind or nasty by nature, which is kind of an interesting thing. It's basically saying that certain people can change, but yeah, lots of different things. There's also something that happens later in this same scene where Waze jokes at Marinette's response at Marinette being late to a thing with Alia by saying, "You should have given her the kwami of lateness, Master." Which, while that is something that actually intrigues me, while it could be seen as simply a joke, it is also possible that it could be an actual kwami. But considering the fact that there are only 19 Miraculouses that we have in the show currently, I don't think that that would actually be something that would be in that kwami box. Now, in Feast, we find out that there are multiple kwami boxes, and we now know that they have been restored thanks to the temple being restored at the end of Feast. So, yeah, lots of fun stuff there. So the question is, what exactly are the remaining kwamis? I've discussed before how I believe that there is a Native American Zodiac Miraculous, as well Miraculouses, as well as Greek Miraculouses, as well as most likely there will be multiple other ones. I said before something like Anansi could most likely be in the Native American miraculous box, but now that we know that there's actually more than 3 miraculous boxes, there could actually be countless miraculous boxes, and Anansi could just be in any of these miraculous boxes. So the question is then, how many Kwame boxes are there? And what exactly do each of them have connections to? It's very likely that um, there's probably more than just one that is able to time travel, like how Bunnix is. But right now, I'd say that Bunnix might also be the only one. So it's definitely something to just be aware of. There's a lot more that I would love to go into detail about with each of these Miraculouses, but quite simply, we don't have the time in this video. We will be continuing to return to this topic over and over again, but for right now, we can't. So, could there be more Miraculouses? Absolutely. But the question is, how many? You would think that there would be a limit, and honestly, it's uncertain. We could say that there are, if we first take into account the idea of the emotions, we then need to see what exactly there are. And also, if there is anything that, well, is nature, would not be something that they would consider natural. So, like nastiness and kindness, there wouldn't be a Kwame for that for some reason. So it's still something that we need to think about, like what exactly happened. But then there's the idea of the other emotions, like anger, love, uh, joy, sadness, things like that. And honestly, I'm uncertain. The simple fact of the matter is that if there's a single Kwame for each of these emotions, would these Kwames be different or what? What exactly would they be? And also, what ideas do they count? Quite simply, there's just not enough. There's not enough information to go on. It's unfortunate, but it is unfortunately the case. So, yeah. I don't know. I really have no idea how to start going off on this. There are a ton of characters that could very easily be getting Miraculouses. And unfortunately, I can't really see that there would be a set number of Kwames. But unfortunately, there is going to be. And the question is still, how many? We already know that there's at least 4 other Miraculous boxes. They don't necessarily show exactly how many. However, it looks, if you look at in the scene where Feast is about to start eating all of the Kwame boxes, you see that there is at least 4 on that shelf, which definitely could be very important. So, yeah. I would like to say, though, that there most likely are a lot more. So, definitely some things to at least think about. But anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments what you think are going to be some of the Kwames and what could be their emotions. But that's not all. We also know that a lot of ancient stories are the reasons behind a lot of the Miraculouses. such as things like that woman with the butterflies. That was apparently a miraculous in the past. And the same goes for a whole bunch of other characters. So the simple fact of the matter is that most likely we have tons of amazing characters throughout history that were at one point a miraculous holder. And quite simply, it's impossible to figure out exactly which ones they are. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, like I said, I want to know what you guys think are the Kwamis that have been around for so long, and who you think could have been a holder of any miraculous. Now that we know that characters like Hercules held the Lion Miraculous, aka Leo, and Cernius probably held a whatchamajewel miraculous, a Jackalope Miraculous, and Tomoe Gozen, I still believe that she held the Chicken Miraculous, but there are other possibilities now. So let me know any characters that you think could very easily have been a previous Miraculous holder. But anyways, guys, like I said, if you do have your theories, let me know of them down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. But anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys in the next video. But on!